I've got plenty to be thankful for. I haven't got a great big yacht to sail from shore to shore. Still, I've got plenty to be thankful for. I've got plenty to be thankful for. No private car, no caviar, no carpet on my floor. Still, I've got plenty to be thankful for. I've got eyes to see with, ears to hear with, arms to hug with, lips to kiss with, someone to adore. How could anybody ask for more? My needs are small, I buy them all at the 5 and 10 cent store. I've got plenty to be thankful for. I've got plenty to be thankful for. Hello, everybody. Well, this is the week of Thanksgiving, and I know it's going to be difficult for all of you that are used to spending it with your family. This is going to be probably one of the most difficult days of your life. It's just so important. And I just remember the grandparents. For some reason doing this show, I was thinking of grandparents all the time, thinking that Grandma used to make her turkey and her special dressing, sometimes sausage dressing, sometimes a cornbread dressing, sometimes a chestnut dressing. But it was always important to me to Grandma's house. And I just had so much going through my mind doing this show. By the way, I do want to tell you that my shows are going to be shorter now. We're going to be doing them, they're going to be like under 30 minutes. And the reason for that is that I'm going to be starting to get very busy getting ready for shows, and I'm working on a new production, and so it takes a lot of time. It takes me days to prepare my TV shows. So this will be a little easier on me, and also easier on you too. You don't have to wait a whole hour to finish my show. But so that's what I'm going to be doing. And I've got a lot of great shows. I think they're good shows, so I hope you do too. So anyway, this is a time now to count our blessings. You know that song I just sang? Bing Crosby sang that in the movie Holiday Inn, 1942. Now, the next song I'm doing, Bing Crosby sang in 1954 in the movie White Christmas, which was a film adaptation of the film Holiday Inn. It just, it was different setting, and it was just wonderful. And it was in color, because the Holiday Inn 1942 was in black and white. So here's that song that Bing Crosby sang. When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep. I fall asleep counting my blessings. And when my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery, and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their bed. So if you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings. I tried counting sheep one time, trying to go to sleep. Didn't work for me. This next song was a poem. It was written in 1844. And this song, there was no lyrics, it was just a poem. And then later on, an unknown writer, composer, put the music to the song. It's funny thing about thinking about Thanksgiving. We think about grandma more than grandpa, and that's not right, because what would we do? We wouldn't have a grandfather if it wasn't for grandma. This song here originally, when it was a poem, mentioned grandfather, but then when they put the music to it, they changed the lyrics to grandmother. Here's the song. Remember this one? So we're going to Grandma's house. Over the river and through the woods, to Grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh through the white and drifted snow. Over the river and through the woods, to Grandmother's house away. We would not stop for $1 a top, for it's Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the woods, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the nose as over the ground we go. Over the river and through the woods with a clear blue winter sky. The dogs do bark and children hark as we go jingling by. Hear the bells ring, ting-a-ling-ling, hooray for Thanksgiving Day. There's a couple more verses to that. But that's kind of, remember, over the river. And when I thought about the Thanksgiving show, that was the first song actually I thought about. Over the river and through the woods. Yeah. And I could picture that sleigh going through the woods. Yeah. With the blankets over our legs, right? Oh, the memories. Well, I'm going to do this next song. And I'm going to send this song out to Carol O'Neill's father. And Carol, I want to apologize because I can't remember exactly what state you live in. Carol is a new watcher, watches on YouTube, but she says that her father loves John Denver. So, plus a few other artists that Carol that you mentioned to me. But I'm going to do this one because I was thinking of going to Grandma's house and back. We're going back now. We're going back now to, I don't know. Let's go back to like the 40s. Back in the day when we all met at Grandma's house, and back when families got together, right? Now they're all scattered all over the place, so it's hard to get families together. So you're at Grandma's house and you're going to stay overnight. You're going to go upstairs, right? You're going to go up there. Sometimes those stairs creaked a little bit. I know at my grandma's house they did. And then you look at that wonderful bed, and Grandma has this great quilt on there that she quilted herself, right? Well, John Denver wrote, he recorded this song. He didn't write it. It was written by a musician in the New Kingston Trio group. Anyway, when I was a little bitty boy, just up off the floor, we used to go down to Grandma's house every month end or so. We'd have chicken pie, country ham, homemade butter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was was the great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40-11 geese. Took a whole boat of cloth for the tick. It took hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't need much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire and the old folks spit and chew. Papa would talk about the farm and the war, and Granny sing a ballad or two. And I'd sit and listen, watch the fire till the cobwebs filled my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of old feather bed. Well, I love my ma and I love my pa. I love my granny and grandpa too. I've been fishing with my uncles, I wrestled my cousin, and I even kissed Aunt Lou. Oh, it was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, as soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40-11 geese. Took a whole bolt of cloth for the tick. It holds 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Oh my goodness. The bed that I remember it went like this. It went like this. Of course, with my weight, I do that to a lot of mattresses. Anyway, but I remember that. I remember how the beds would, because she had that kind of, sometimes they had a rope frames, that went across, and oh my. I had an email from a gentleman by the name of Frank. He's in Kansas City, and Frank said that he had remembered his father singing this next song, and I thought it was kind of cool. I would do it for the show, because thinking about Grandma, and back in those days how they used to dress. Let's go back to the early 1900s, even the 1800s, and how they wore their wonderful bonnets and their long dresses. And just thinking of back in those days. Oh my. So Frank, this is for you. Little old lady passing by, catching everyone's eye. You have such a charming manner, sweet and shy. Little old bonnet set in place, and a smile on your face. You're a perfect picture in your lavender and lace. Little ray of sunshine here, little ray of sunshine there. Everyone's so glad to meet you, walking round the square. Little old lady, time for tea. Here's a kiss, 2 or 3. It's just like that little old lady I hold dear to me. I bet your mind was going and you were remembering someone back in your family that looked like that sweet lady, right? All right. Shoe fly pie and apple pie dowdy, make your eyes light up. Your tummy say howdy. Shoe fly pie, apple pie dowdy. I never got enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoe fly pie, apple pie dowdy, makes the sun come out, the heavens get cloudy. Shoe fly pie, apple pie dowdy. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Mama, when you bake, Mama, I don't want cake. Mama, for my sake, go to the oven and get me some air. Shoe fly pie, apple pie dowdy, makes your eyes light up. Your tongue say howdy. Shoe fly pie and apple pie dowdy. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Apple pie dowdy. Dinah Shore sang that song. Yeah. This next tune was done by Sarah Vaughan. But one thing I want to tell you about, it was written by Steve Allen. Now, we're thinking about the Steve Allen who was, I believe he was the, if not the first, he was the second late night show. Was Johnny Carson. I met Steve Allen and had dinner with him on the Delta Queen, and I kind of felt sorry for him then. He had lost his wife, and he never really got over that. And then, and one day I see him. We had a lovely dinner together. We talked about that, the music of the, back in the day. And he wasn't happy about the new music. Yeah. I remember that he was sitting in the lounge, in the forward cabin lounge of the Delta Queen. And I saw him sitting there in this wingback chair, and he had a kind of like a blanket wrapped around him or something. And I got a tear in my eye. I thought, he's a very lonely man. Yeah, Steve Allen. So here's a song he wrote, and I'm thinking about it because I'm thinking turkey, cranberries, gravy on the mashed potatoes. Pretty mama's in the kitchen this glorious day. Smell the gravy simmering near the half a mile away. Lady morning glory, I say good morning to you. Chirpy little chickadee told me that my baby was true. Well, she really ran to get her frying pan when she saw me coming. Gonna get a taste before it goes to waste. This honeybee's humming. Mr. Weeping Willow, I'm through with all of my faults, 'cause my mama's ready to do the new gravy waltz. I'm sure somewhere you've heard that song. Huh? Well, I was thinking about what I'm thankful for. Of course, that's so much like all of you. But I guess probably one of those things I'm thankful for up there at the close to the top, if not the top, is music. Because it's my life. It's always been my life since I was a little girl. So I was thinking of this song. I think Marianne Burkus likes this too, as I remember. I think I did it for her once. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it, I ask, in all honesty? What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say, thank you for the music, for giving it to me. 1977, that was done by ABBA. Yeah. I looked at Shannon. She was saying it with her lips. Speaking of Shannon, pick that washboard up there. All right? She's my official washboard player there. Now, I was thinking about a lot of the songs about turkeys. And there were some things that I kind of thought, no, I'm not going to do that one, I'm not going to do that one. And, but I'm going to do this one. All right. Here we go, Shannon. Ready? Well, I had an old hen, and she had a wooden leg. Just the best old hen that ever laid. She laid her eggs in on the farm. Another little dribble didn't do her no harm. Turkey and hay, ha, hey, hey. Turkey and straw, ha, ha, ha. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway at all. Hit up a tune called Turkey and Straw. Well, I hitched up the wagon and I drove down the road with 2-horse wagon and a 4-horse load. Cracked my whip and the lead horse sprung. Said goodbye to the wagon ton. Turkey and straw, ha, ha, ha. Turkey and the hay, hey, hey, hey. Pick 'em up, shake 'em up, anyway at all. And hit up a tune called Turkey and Straw. Let's do that again. Turkey and straw. job, Shannon. Let's do this one now, okay? All right. Bill Monroe, the great bluegrass king, I thought, as I call him, 1954 wrote this song. First one to record it. When you live it. Wait a minute, Shannon. When I get to the point, y'all come, then I'm going to stop because you out there in camera land, you're going to do y'all come. Okay, so I'm going to do y'all come. You're going to do y'all come. Y'all come. Y'all come. Here we go. Ready? Oh, when you live in the country, everybody is your neighbor. On this one thing you can't rely. They all come see you. Never leave you. Say you all come to see us by and by. Here we go. Y'all come. Y'all come. Oh, you all come see us now and then. Y'all come. Y'all come. Oh, y'all come see us when you can. Napkin folks are coming. They're coming by the dozen. Eating everything from soup to hay. And right after dinner, they ain't looking any thinner. And here's what you hear them say, ready? Y'all come. Y'all come. Oh, you all come see us now and then. Y'all come. Y'all come. Well, you all come see us when you can. Grandma's a wishing they come up to the kitchen and help do the dishes right away. But they all start leaving, and even though she's grieving, you can still hear Grandma say, ready? Y'all come. Y'all come. Oh, you all come see us now and then. Well, y'all come. Y'all come. Oh, you all come to see us when you can. Yeah! All right. This beautiful song was done in 2007, was released in 2007 by Josh Groban. As I told you before, I can't sing like Josh Groban or Streisand or Celine Dion or some of them. I mean, I do pretty good at 80 years old, but back in the day, I could conquer those songs. But it's kind of tough now. But I still want to do my best at them because they're great songs, and this is perfect. This is perfect for my Thanksgiving show. So, folks, this song is called Thankful. Some days we forget to look around us. Some days we can see the joy that surrounds us. So caught up inside ourselves, we take what we should give. So for tonight, we pray for what we do not know. And on this day, we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change. And even though we still can do more, there's so much to be thankful for. Look beyond ourselves, there's so much sorrow. It's way too late to say I'll cry tomorrow. Each of us must find the truth. We're so long overdue. As for tonight, we pray for be thankful for. Even with our differences, there's a place we're all connected. So for tonight we pray for what we know can be. And on this day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change. And even though this world needs so much more, there's so much to be thankful for. When I think of Thanksgiving at Grandma and Grandpa's house, I'm thinking of a plaque, or you might say a wooden, kind of a wooden sign that was decorated. And it was you'd find it in the kitchen or maybe in the parlor. And it said, "Home, sweet home." Think back. How many of you had that at your house? If you didn't see it at Grandma's house, you probably had it at your house. Somewhere in your home you had that. So I'm thinking of home, sweet home. When I thought of that, I thought of The Wizard of Oz. Remember those two lines? There's two quotes there that are so important of Wizard of Oz. One was when the fairy godmother told, said, of course, it was Judy Garland, "Click your heels together 3 times and say, 'There's no place like home,' and you'll be there." And then when Judy Garland gets home, "Home! And this is my room, and you're all here. And I'm not going to leave here ever, ever again because I love you all. And oh, Auntie M, there's no place like home." Let's remember real quick. Judy Garland. Ray Bolger was a scarecrow. Jack Haley was a tin man. Bert Lahr was a lion. And Billy Burke. I always liked Billy Burke. She was Glinda, the fairy godmother. Frank Morgan was a Wizard of Oz, but he also was other parts. He was a gatekeeper. He had several parts there, but that he did in that besides being the Wizard of Oz. And we can't forget the Munchkins, and we can't forget Toto. Oh my goodness! Now I'm going to do this. I know you're going to think this is kind of weird for me to do because it's been around for a long, long time, folks. We're talking to the 1800s. Listen to the words of this. Mid pleasures and palaces, though we may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. A charm from the skies seemed to hallow us there, which seek through the world is not met with elsewhere. Home, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Those are the original lyrics of the first verse of that song. Well, folks, folks, this is my last tune of the show, and I was thinking, how should I end the Thanksgiving show? I had no problem thinking about that. Folks, we're starting the holiday season, and I'm going to do this song. It's called There's No Place Like Home for the Holidays, Perry Como, 1954, right? Here we go, sing it with me. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for holidays you can't beat home sweet home. I met a man lives in Tennessee. He was heading for Pennsylvania, some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter far away you roam, and if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. Yes, folks, enjoy the holidays the best you can during this pandemic. And for Thanksgiving, my friends, maybe you'll be Zooming, but you'll be home safe and sound, and that's what's important. So from my heart to yours, I wish you all, and Shannon, I wish you too, a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Spread love wherever you can. Really. Thank you so much, my dear friends. See you next week. Bye-bye.